Hello, everyone. It is Wellness Wednesdays with Dr. Nancy. Welcome back, everyone. I did send out what the topic today is going to be. It's a theme that I've been having all year long, and it ties into that campaign of mine, Live Your Best Life Now. And right now, we are going to be talking about early detection and prevention and how that can give one a peace of mind. So today we're going to talk about a multi-cancer early detection screening test that Gallery, the company's name is Gallery, started to offer this past year. I was so gracious and enough to be granted the opportunity here at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine to offer Gallery test, and I talked about it and I continue to talk about it. And congratulations to Gallery. They were named in the top innovative companies and inventions in the Time magazine for November 2022, this past year. Right around that time, I had started offering that test here at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. So let me tell you a little bit about what the article says and why it's so exciting to know what technology can do to improve your mortality, like live longer, actually. The article talks about technology that Gallery, the organization company that does this test, the multi-cancer early detection test. Time magazine says technology looks for circulating tumor DNA from a blood draw in an office visit with low false positive rates and a high positive predictive value. So what they're saying is, and I've known this for some time and I've offered this test, and I'm so glad that it's getting the awareness that it's due, because we all know someone who has had cancer, have cancer, or have passed away from cancer. And to be honest with you, our country only has 5 diagnostic screening tests. And let's talk about what those are. There's chest CT that would look for any lung malignancy. There is mammography that'll look for any abnormal breast tissue. There is also GYN to look for any uterine female cancers, colonoscopy to look for any colorectal cancers. And then there's the last one, that's the PSA, the prostate stimulating antigen, PSA. Oftentimes it's used through like a FNA, it's a fine needle aspiration to take several samples of the prostate when individuals come in with symptomology. So let's talk about that. Oftentimes, as individuals' health decline, we may not even know until it's too late, until we start having symptoms of coughing up blood or pooing blood, or, a rash that's spreading, loss of weight, loss of appetite. And these screening tests have been around for a while and they have saved a lot of people's lives. But I want to tell you that these types of screening tests are recommended at particular milestones in an individual's lives. Say, for example, when you turn 50, there's certain things you should get, and that's a colonoscopy, both male and or female. And then at 40 for females, we should get a mammogram. Now, there are always exceptions to the rule. Let's talk about that. There's familial history, so there's cancers that have run in the family. There has been instances that an individual has gotten cancer outside of that milestone age, meaning that they've gotten it early. So we never know what is going to turn on cancer genes in our body. Could it be charcoal food, because charcoal has been classified as a carcinogen? Well, I say the way that you can combat that is eat or drink something citrusy after you eat something charbroiled. And then the other thing is put all of your sticky, sweet sauces on after the food has been grilled, because research says when you have these high intensity heat that change, it will change the molecular structure in the product, and it can turn on genes in your body. So that's a little unknown fact. So let's talk about these types of cancers that come and you're diagnosed with it, and it's through one of the screening tests that we talked about: mammography, chest CT, colonoscopy, GYN, or PSA. I want to tell you that most cancers are diagnosed in stage 3 and 4. And there are 5 stages: 0, which is non-invasive cancer, 0, all the way up to stage 4. And what those stages refer to is the size of the malignancy, or the how invasive it is. Malignant tumor, yes, but a lot of times individuals can get cancer outside of those 5 diagnostic screens, right? Because there's no real screening for skin cancer, connective tissue, bone. There are over 50 cancers that Gallery, this multi-cancer early detection test, can pick up. So how wonderful is that? Gallery is saying, and all of us as healthcare professionals are saying, yes, continue to get your screening diagnostic test done according to high risk and or just your age milestones, right? But in addition to that, for maintenance and or prevention, like, because that early detection and prevention gives you peace of mind, this is a test that you can have added on with your annual screening for your physical examination. That is what I do here at Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. And people really find that very well, because when I talk about genes that can be turned on into like cancerous genes based on chemicals, environment, diet, lifestyle, you don't have to have a family history to get cancer. And so with Gallery, it picks up the cellular debris of DNA from just a blood draw. And once a year, you can have peace of mind to know that, nothing's happening right now. And with Gallery, when it picks up the cellular DNA debris in the cell, if it does detect cancer, it's usually in stage 1 or 2. And most cancers, as I've said, are diagnosed in stage 3 and 4, and they're often fatal or caught too late. And so this is why this is such a big deal that Time magazine said out of 200 people with new inventions over this past year, the top 50 would only make it. And this Gallery test for multi-cancer early detection screening made it on that list. I'm super excited about that. Now, one might ask, hey, listen, how specific is this test? Well, if a positive detection for cancer comes back on your Gallery result, it has a high predictive value of where that cancer is in, what area, what organ, what location, what region. 89%. And then, as you all know, some tests can have high false positives. Well, this particular Gallery test has a very low false positives, less than 1%, they state. So that's why I highly recommend this test for individuals that need it for just awareness, and prevention is key. Knowing your status for the year. Say, hey, okay, this is what I do every year. I don't make New Year's resolutions, but what I do is I stay on top of my health. I get routine blood screening, and I get this Gallery test, and I get a physical examination. So I know what my health status is, and or what I can do to improve upon it. Now, So you can get it for just routine screening once a year, but individuals that have had cancer before and are in remission, a lot of times research states that if you've had cancer once before in your life, you're likely to get it again and again. So that's why this test is really great. And then if it runs in the family, so you don't have to wait around until you become symptomatic or a person becomes symptomatic and they've diagnosed it through, our 5 screening test because the patient felt some kind of way and they went in to get looked at and it's stage 3 or 4 of whatever cancer it is. So that's why, again, this Gallery test is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. So let me give you a few more things about Gallery. Well, where can you get this test? Well, you can get it from here, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine course, and I can drop ship anywhere in the 50 states, right, in our United States. So if you wanted to do like a telemedicine consultation visit to learn more about it, and you made up your mind that this is something that you want to do, I can certainly do that. But it has to be ordered through a healthcare professional, and you can ask your healthcare professional to get Gallery in their office. Right now, it's out of pocket, by the way. And so I take health or flex spending accounts or the cash pay. Now, the other things that I can say, it takes about 10 days for the results to come back. And a healthcare professional like me will go over the test with you and explain everything to you, negatives and positives. And if there's any positives, some of the research that Gallery did was right here in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Mayo Clinic. And with any positive results, you are not alone. The Gallery team and your healthcare professional will get you connected with the right specific healthcare providers that can expedite and work with you in that situation. So that's the other great thing I like about this organization, this company, Gallery. So let's tell you a few fun facts and we will close it out. So now, of course, cancers typically are prevalent in 50-plus-year-old individuals, right? Now, here's the definition: benign. You may all know this, but benign means no cancer. Malignant means there is cancer. Most cancers are named where they begin, what organ they begin, whether it's skin, like melanoma, blood, leukemia, etc. And then the top cancers, let's see. Top cancers are lung, colon, breast, pancreatic. Those are top cancers. So you see, most of our screening tests have been created, I'm assuming through that sense of urgency because of these top cancers. They've been at the top categories for a long, long time. Now, you may know that in females, breast cancer is superior to lung, but followed by colon and uterine. And then for men, very similar: lung cancer, prostate, kidney, urinary bladder situations there. Those are the latest statistics in 2023 of cancers in men and female. So if you guys any of you have any questions about this test, feel free to leave me some comments or connect with me through my contact page on Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. I'm here to help, and I hope that this has enlightened your knowledge base of the types of technology that's out there right now that can early detect cancer if it's present. That's powerful. My Living Your Best Life campaign, of course, in the tickler down there, the stroller, just text 26786 and the keyword after you type in that number, 26786, DRNANCY, all one word, and you'll get my Living Your Best Life campaign this year that talks about weight loss, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, of course, Gallery, our multi-cancer early detection screening test, and so much more. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.